officer, they want to do with their friends. Maybe if you get them the right training in the home when they go out with their friends, they want to do what their friends need to be in, you know what I'm saying, with the crowd, right? But that's not, you can't beat your child because he did something horribly wrong like that. But at the same time, the police can shoot a 12-year-old boy with a fake gun and get away with it. So the society is backwards right now. I mean, how can you justify that, but you can't justify me beating my kids? So they don't end up in any situation when you have to basically put a gun to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you a question. Now, if that same kid was caught in the house by a police officer and the police officer accidentally shot the kid or shot the kid because they were feared for their life, do you think there would be the same consequence? Do you think that police officer would be in jail?
Or even held accountable on any, like, paid administrative leave is not being held accountable because, baby, that is a vacation with pay. I'm going to go out the country real quick and collect a paycheck and pass go and collect $200. So I'm with you 100%. We currently have another call on the line, 617-282-0062. Good rising, call you live.
Good rising, Tayla.
Good rising, good rising. Shake your radio off for me, baby.
I just did. Yeah, you know, I look at it in a little different way. You know what that mother did? They're mad because she was messing with their investment. She was messed up the conveyor belt to the prison industrial complex. Because she disciplined that kid, and now he may think twice before doing anything like that again that will make him, you know, a very valuable slave on the new plantation, which is the prison industrial complex. So they mad. But, you know, that's just their investment. That's why they locked it up.
Lock me up. Throw away the key. I don't know what's going on with society, Taqwa, but we'll figure it out on Sunday, won't we? Will?
Yeah, they want their kid to you know, be deviant so that they can lock them up and get paid off and get some labor out of them. She just messed that up by walking their butt. That's why they locked her. That's why they mad.
So they went ahead and collect that $2,000 bond out of her so they could get some money somewhere.
All right, and to recoup their investment some kind of way.
Well, I love you, Taqwa. I appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome day today. All right, baby. 617-282-0062. Good rising, call you live.
Wow.
Good rising. Miss G, is that you, baby?
Yes, it is.
How are you? Talk to me.
I'm feeling wonderful. I'm one of those mothers that's hands-on because you're mine. I don't like anybody hitting my kids. If you want to do anything, talk to them. And, you know, I don't go along with them locking her up. I know she's going to get out, you know, and throw the case out. But they should have locked him up for turning his mom in. Just an overnight taste of what it's like to be locked up.
So, I remember back in the day, Miss G, that they used to, I think I'm telling my age right now, they used to put you in jail or keep you overnight and not attach that to a record. Like your parents will be able to say, like, can you come get Johnny? Johnny's acting up right now. And they would come and get Johnny and put him in for a couple hours and you come get him. And there's no record attached to that. It's just like Johnny just spent the night in jail. And even people with DUIs, but prior to driving under the influence being a real thing, I know my uncle was plenty of times sleeping in a cell with the door wide open and could get out when he wanted to, just like a little sober up without that having being attached to your record. I don't think they do that anymore.
All about money. It's all about money. But, you know, it's sad that, you know, we have to do things, you know, keep your hands off your goods if you're one of those angry people. But if you're trying to tell your child something, sit them down and tell them why you're going to knock them out that chair.
Yes.
Love you. I don't want anybody else to have to discipline you. So I'm gonna take care of this. And, you know, be done with that. But it's a shame that that lady's sitting in prison. It's a shame.
Well, she bonded out, Miss G. I want to make sure you have all the information.
I know she bonded out. I was thinking to myself, somebody's gonna go get her out. You know, because everybody, Mother's Day kids, one way, indirectly or directly, they love their children.
You're right, Miss G. Well, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome day today. All right. Big City 101.3 FM, waking up with Tayla Andre really quickly because we have a few other news that I want to cover before we get into this Power Hour Freaky Friday with a very special guest. How thoughts and words affected the water crystal formation of typewritten words that were taped onto a glass bottle overnight. This photo is posted on Instagram, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Keep in mind, our bodies consist of over 70% of water. In 1994, a Japanese researcher by the name of Dr. Masaru Emoto and his team began research into the interaction of consciousness with the molecular structure of water. Through microscopy, they were able to observe how liquid water, when frozen, would solidify into ice crystals or snowflakes, and examine how words, photos, music, or pictures shown to the water affected the way in which those crystals were formed. Do you guys remember me talking about this? It's a documentary called What the Bleep Do We Know? Literally, not me not trying to cuss. What the bleep do we know? And in this documentary, video, they talk about this doctor, and there's words that are like, I love you, and a child's, a pure baby's touch, or I miss you, or thank you, or love and appreciation, or God, or Allah, or caring, words that signify positivity versus words like Hitler. I hate you. You make me sick. I wish you died. And the difference of these crystals look from, these perfect snowflakes versus this blob of like, wow, I can't even describe it. It looks like a parasite maybe versus beautiful crystals of snowflakes. Just be mindful that you are made of 70% water. And if you are speaking into yourself and pouring into yourself negative words, thoughts become things. The power of life and death are in the tongue. What are you saying to yourself? What are you speaking to your children? How are you speaking to your spouse? Because you are effectively killing them or giving them life with every word that you speak. So I just want you to be mindful. Again, that is posted on the Wake Up with Tayla Andre page on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's just a photo with some words, talking a little bit more, going in depth about words and how you should use them. I want to give a huge shout out. That's a Chica hashtag. That's a Chica. Angela Bassett creates a skincare line for darker tones. You would think in 2016 that we would have all types of makeup brands that cater to darker tones. Nope. Makeup has failed to compensate for the wide range of skin tones in the marketplace. However, actress Angela Bassett and a German doctor, Dr. Barbara Stern, are planning to change that. After confiding in her friend, Dr. Stern, about breakouts and irritations she was experiencing with other makeup products, Angela Bassett gave Dr. Stern's original line a try. Apparently, it worked so well that the award-winning actress decided to create her own skincare line catering to darker tones that definitely is necessary, that we need in the marketplace. And I feel in 2016 we should have about 150 different companies to choose from, but we don't. NYP failed to give a dying black man CPR 10 minutes for 10 minutes, and the video is clear, but of course reports are saying allegedly. You guys know I hate that word, allegedly. So surveillance cameras at Yankee Stadium caught the startling actions of a responding NYPD officer who stood over a New York City man for 10 minutes as he lay unconscious after a severe asthma attack. Moments later, the 25-year-old Barrington Williams went into cardiac arrest and was later pronounced dead at Lincoln Medical Center. Last year, Williams' family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the NYPD. The suit names officers Joel Ganoche, Angelo Ramos, and Robert O'Brien as defendants. Jason Levithan The family's lawyer reviewed the tape once investigators turned the video evidence over. For 10 minutes, the officers were there, indifferent and apathetic to Barrington's life, and whose 10 minutes could have made a difference if somebody would have gave him CPR. You guys remember when they arrested that little boy in South Carolina and then fed him a cheeseburger versus arresting Eric Gardner for selling a cigarette? I don't know why y'all expected anything different from the NYPD. At all, ever. Last but not least, suck passe nabule. There is an African-American, Haitian-American, I don't know how reports put that out like that, but it's not often that you hear of African-Americans starting a wealth management and tax planning company, but Edward Jonas is looking to be one of the very few to do so. Edward began invested into stocks and bonds while attending undergrad at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. There he used his work study pay and tax refunds to put financial theory into practice. Shortly after graduated, he landed a special client management position at American Express. Although grateful for his time at American Express, Edward was seeking new challenges, and that new challenge was to move forward, and do his own thing. And he went ahead and started his own wealth management and tax planning company. And now my baby is burning in his pockets, and I'm so proud of him. This and so many more stories are on the Wake Up with Tayla Andre page, TaylaAndre. Dun, 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 dun. Freaky Friday, y'all ready? Because I'm ready. You ready? Because I'm ready. We have the infamous, the famous, the he knows everything. I feel like he is a wealth of wisdom, and you could just fall right in. His name is Sabir Bey. Good rising, good rising. You might know his name because he was here a few weeks ago for the premiere of Out of Darkness. And so this is a really special Freaky Friday with Sabir Bey. Good rising, my king. How are you?
Freaky Friday with no coffee. I need my fix.
Oh,
What's going on?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm cranky without the coffee.
It's okay. We're going to deal with it.
You know,
We're going to deal with it.
I'm trying to work with it. I'm trying. All right. What's going on anyway? What's happening?
Nothing much. So for those who don't know, please tell the listeners, because you have your own show. You got your own thing going on.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, the show is called The Sabir Bey Show. Damn, that sounds real hoarse, don't that, boy?
That's okay. I hear the bass, though.
5:30 in the morning.
I hear the bass.
You know, I love you. Wake up early in the morning.
We love and appreciate you, too, though.
We just got off the plane yesterday, too. I'm like, oh, goodness. Yeah, I have a show in LA, but I've been doing radio for like 14 years, though. Yeah, 14 years in Philadelphia.
When I tell you he look about 17, though.
Yeah, 14 years in Philly. Then I went to LA in 2011. But I started a show called The Sabir Bey Show out in California. And now we currently at, I was at another station, but now we at Roscoe's. You know, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Chicken and Waffles.
Yeah, they have a network out there. I don't know if y'all know that, but they have a TV and radio station. Remember that show, Love That Girl? Remember the show, Love That Girl with Tata and Ali?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I used to intern work on it. But they own that. They actually own that station. Now they own the radio station / TV. Yeah.
Well, congrats. That's dope.
It's actually shown in 7 Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles that they have. I didn't know they had that many Roscoe's, to tell you the truth.
I thought there was only like 4 of them now.
I thought it was only 1. Maybe because I don't eat chicken and waffles. But anyway, but they have 7 of them, and it's actually aired live on TV as we inside the studio. People are watching it while they eat their chicken and waffles. Yeah.
Okay. So you air live.
Yeah, air live every Friday. We live.
That's amazing. What kind of topics do you touch on?
Oh, we touch on everything. We have everything from law to history. We have people come in. I know I'm supposed to have Vanessa Bell Calloway coming back in the studio again. She's actually in Florida. We supposed to have Bobby Brown coming in. Y'all homeboy Bobby Brown. He just was here. Actually, this was
he
a couple
was.
days. I know. I spoke with him a couple days before I got here, but I came in kind of late, so I came in with the other homies, D.L. Hughley and Eddie Griffin. They're gonna be in tonight. So yeah, everybody comes to the studio now.
You said the homies. What are they coming here for?
They here, the Get Down tour. You don't know about that?
Nah, school
The
us.
Get Down tour is an offshoot of the what's the show that used to have the Bernie Mac? What's the King of Comedy?
King of Comedy?
Screw my eyes, man. I'm just waking up. Hold up. Yeah, the Kings of Comedy.
I'm taking out the sleep, yo.
Yeah, Kings of Comedy. Yeah, they had Eddie Griffin, Cedric, D.L. Hughley, Charlie Murphy, and Lopez. All of them here tonight, actually.
Oh, that's a dope show.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, they tore it down in San Antonio. Just tore it down. Y'all gonna miss it tonight. It's gonna be crazy.
How can we get tickets? You got some tickets for
I
us?
don't have no tickets. I haven't. You know, people ask me about tickets and prices. I said I don't know. I don't know the prices, no tickets. I just have.
You just came with the homies. You get to go with the homies.
There you go. So
But we the homies, though.
yeah, we the homies. You know, we got a couple people coming in with me now, but I can't say that on air because my phone might blow up.
Lord have mercy. You just said it on air. We're
I'm
live.
just saying that, but they don't have my phone number anyway, so it's all love. You know, it's all love. Like, you guys napkins?
You're going to have a whole bunch of emails in a second.
A lot of
Contact
emails.
me now today.
I ignore around concert times. I ignore phone calls, emails, Facebook stuff. At that time, I don't respond.
Concert? Are you in the concert? Are you part of the concert?
Well, DL wanted me to go on the road with him for a while. I'm just not a suit wearing person. If you notice, I came in here with a white tee-o, but he likes to wear suits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not my thing. I don't wear suits.
So you just stay in the background.
I stay in the background, but that's his thing, and it's a whole story behind. I don't know if you know the story about him wearing suits anyway. You know, and that's all he wears during his shows, his suits, and everybody that's around him wears suits, and I'm just like
The odd sheep, the black sheep,
I'm not
the
a
white t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm not a suit guy. You know what I mean? I like to wear tees and sweatpants or jeans. You know, but it's going to be a good show, though, man. Honestly, it's the funniest people that was there. This is me. I know everybody going to probably see this, but it was Eddie, DL, and Cedric. Those are the funniest ones, man. You know, but it's going to go down tonight. It was off the hook, though. You ever seen them in concert?
I've never seen them in concert. I would love to see them in concert.
I'm going to call and see how many we can get tonight, but it's going to be good, though.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So it was funny because I texted DL when I was getting off the plane, and I said, "Yo, I just was talking about the show today, and I had a European on it, so-called white guy." He was like, "Yo, man, I would love to see those guys. They're funny." So, wasn't that the Kings of Comedy before? I said, yeah.
He knew it before you did, huh?
Man, older guy, and he's sitting there. And he was like, "Yeah, I like that. The first one." I was like, "I said no, Bernie Mac is not there."
I know.
You know,
I miss him
I miss that
dearly.
guy, man. It's a lot of. He had a lot of health issues, though. A lot. I mean, this is just from people that I know in the industry that was telling me, you know. But he was real good, you know.
Dope.
Dude.
So it's Freaky Friday. Really quickly before we get into the little nasty part, you were in a documentary that recently screened here in Boston.
Yes, Out of Darkness.
Out of Darkness. And really quickly, what is Out of Darkness?
Out of Darkness is a film. We talk about nation building, nationality, about the Moors. We talk about hip hop. It's 4 parts to it. It's a lot of stuff, but we have an all-star cast in it though. Dr. Kaba, James Smalls.
You know Dr. Kaba's coming.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like a Hidden Colors film in Boston right now.
I know. I know. I wasn't the first one, but it's an all-star cast in there. I mean, we talk about how we fix the problems that we have. It's not an emotional film, but it's a lot that's in there from Kaba, James Smalls, Claude Anderson, Joy DeGruy, Umar Johnson, myself, Taj Tariq Bey, Claude Anderson, and Tim Wise. And it's bananas.
Listen, okay, you said the magic name. I've been trying to get Tim for 2
Tim
years.
Wise, he's a hard dude.
He is very difficult.
But he can be gotten, but the thing is like it's what do you want to talk about? You know, that's with him. I mean, it can happen. I'll probably make that happen for you, but again, he's busy. That brother's like mad busy. He's in like y'all don't see that, but he's really in demand. And we didn't pull out any European, and I'm saying European, I mean white person. You know, he's not that average dude. Like
he's not.
He's if you saw the film, he goes gun ho.
But he does all the time. Anybody who follows Tim knows that he doesn't hold back. He does not bite his tongue. You're gonna get the whole truth, nothing but the truth every single time.
Yep. And you know what's so funny? We had backlash with some people,
Mm-hmm.
so-called black, about why you got the white guy. And I'm saying, dude, if you notice, he's not the average person. Switch up, you know, do what Kevin Hart do, like grab their people and bring them in. You know what I mean? And that's what Kevin Hart does. If you understand how the business go, you notice Kevin Hart does stuff with The Rock. He did with De Niro. He did it with different people. So why not grab that person and grab those people audience in? Because it's about teaching people. You know, and so when we get them, they say, okay, this is what this is really about. So other people will hear you and say, oh, that's what y'all fighting for, y'all want. You know, so it's a way, it's a method to the madness with this. But it's a good film, documentary. It's off the hook.
And it's currently on Netflix, right?
No, we have it on Amazon. I know we're supposed to go to Netflix. I know it's on Amazon. We got a TV show that is going on. We having 4 chapters broken down in there. We're gonna have different ones like that. You could. I think it's going to be up to a year. We're gonna play on Quality TV.
Okay.
It's supposed to be working out the kinks in that and the rights and different stuff. So we try to get it overseas right now. You got to deal with a lot of you know, what you call it, customs and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's growing.
Just on that slip, write gift. That's what I that's what I learned. Don't say it's a product, just write gift.
That's right, gift. Okay, we're gonna use that one though. Much as I know about the law, boy, I need to, use that.
No, don't do that. You will be arrested immediately. Freaky Friday, let's jump right into it. Sabir Bey, I can only imagine how much sexual knowledge you have.
I don't have none.
Lies you tell on a Friday. Lies, Sabir. Lies.
Catch me for the Sabbath start. Before I start my Sabbath.
The sun just came up. We got all day.
Okay, Ramadan then. Okay, I can't talk about sex during Ramadan. All right.
Lies.
What? What are you talking about?
That
lies?
is true. Though. That is true.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You know what? I respect the brothers. It's like, listen, it's Ramadan. We can't touch. Can't even do the elbows. From a distance, Taylor. From a distance.
I'm one of the ones that might accidentally do touch you. Like, okay, whatever. Let's hug too.
So, what is your religion?
I don't have. What's your religion?
Oh, I don't have one.
There you go then.
I have ancestors.
There you go then. See, when people ask me that question, they say I'm a Christian. What are you? They say I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian too today. Tomorrow I might be a Buddhist. Tomorrow, next day I might be a Muslim.
I know that's
because
right.
it's all ours. So what difference does it make? Rather I pick one. You know. So again, it's my religion. Like my father used to say, my religion is do unto others what you have others do unto you. That's what my father used to say. You know, my father and we all grew up Catholic. So he got older. It was just like, yo, man, you went do unto others what you have others do unto you. So I don't really, when people say what's the beer, are you Muslim because your name? My name is not Muslim first and foremost. If you understand that, Saba is Arabic. Sabir is Spanish. So if you understand it, so people hear that and say, "Well, that's a Muslim name." Nah.
The Bay part, though, right? Aren't you one of the Moors?
Yeah, I am a Moor, but the Bay is not a name either. It's a title. You see what I'm saying? It means governor. So when people hear that, they say, it's like saying Bruce Lee is, a Jet Li. You think they're related, but they're not related. It's just a title, and that's all they are, titles. So people get into it and say, well, you're a Muslim. We all are, because we all submit our will to do the will of Creator. That's all a Muslim.
You done made a lot of people mad right now. I'm a Christian.
Hey, it's all up. I said I'm a Christian too, but if you understood that, I mean, if you Christ-like, then you are in the light. That's all it really is. So when I'm saying Muslim to someone, I'm only saying, I'm submitting my will. Don't you submit your will to do the will of the Creator? If you're a Christian, right? Okay, then so there's nothing wrong with that. I just said you're Muslim. And if I say Islam, I just said peace to you. Am I wrong or right? That's what it is. We confuse and we let people put us in organized religions. Oh, I'm Muslim, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, but we all say amen or amen at the end of a prayer.
Ashe.
You see what I'm saying? Ashe. So it's, why are we arguing with each other? Why, people say, well, brother, I went in the store yesterday, say, I know I had a white garb on. And I said, I bet you they probably said it's because this Muslim coming in here and eating. I was waiting for somebody to ask me that. Are you Muslim? Like, are you? You see what I'm saying? It's the stereotype, of me dressing on my name, just like when I went to the airport. But again, you can't.
Hold on, what happened when you went to the airport?
No, I just had all white on in my name. They love to say Mr. Bay when they go to the airport. Mr. Bay. They never see the first thing. They say Mr. Bay. Okay,
Please come to the side with me.
No, they don't say that part. I go like 2 hours before I go to the airport just in case they have it, and I give them a history lesson while I'm in the room.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
No, but I like doing things sometimes just to irritate people, But again, man, to each his own. All religions came out of Africa. I can pick whatever religion I want, and that's just me. I don't let nobody put me in a box because I look at it as if you put me in that box, then you know how to manipulate me or maneuver me. That's just how it is. So I don't let nobody do that. So I ask you what your religion is. So if you tell me you're a Christian, I'm a Christian. You just heard me say the Sabbath, didn't you? You heard me say,
Absolutely.
You heard me say Ramadan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of them are mine. It's not, we created it. So it can be whatever I want it to be.
So for those that are currently listening that grew up Catholic, grew up Christian, grew up in, religious households where you went to church every Sunday, you went to Bible studies every Tuesdays and sometimes on Wednesdays, and then you were in the choir, and you were like, this doesn't feel right. This does not feel like the religion I'm supposed to follow. How do you even begin to sway off that path when you have family, you have community members, you have peers that are so used to this straight and narrow line of what Christianity looks like, but you do not feel the same? I have friends that still go to church but don't believe a damn thing that's told. Oh, exactly. Did I just cuss about church? Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't beat me, Miss G. Don't beat me.
No. You're gonna repent when you go to church on Sunday.
That's it.
All right, you're gonna repent. You say how do you deal with those types?
No, not deal with it, but for one that is confused, for one that is stuck in society's norms, how do you advise them to move to the left and to find their own lane of what religion looks like for them? Because a lot of us are considered, based on our practices, we would be considered all types of names. For me, I believe like the whole praying and worshiping and incantations and spells, for me, that's in a box. That's all one and the same, different names. But to others, that's like, well, that looks like a witch practice right there. That looks like a Wicca practice right there. You might be the demon himself. So I've heard a lot. And it's because I do not follow normal or the norms of what Christianity looks like. And I have friends that are like, but Tayla, how did you find, like, I found this lane by following my ancestors. And a lot of people don't know what that looks like, feels like. So how would you, based on history, based on fact, based on knowledge, tell people or have them read or have them research so they can better find their own lane when it comes to religion?
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but if we are beacons of light, our job is to, we try to force things on people. I say, okay, I want you to look at this. And some people look at this information honestly and get scared and walk away because they grew up to believe that you gotta pray to someone else, or you have, instead of praying to yourself, because everything you're looking for is inside you. Like, again, the hardest religion, I know a lot of people out there, the hardest religion is what? What is the hardest religion out here that,
I would have to say Muslim. No, that's not the hardest one?
Nah, I mean, Catholics, no. I grew up a Catholic. Mm-hmm. And in a Catholic, and my whole family, my brother's a stone cold Christian. I used to remember going there on Thanksgiving, and he get into this whole praying, and I'm like, I had to get up from the table. My mom get mad at me, and my older brother. And we would get mad because I'd be like, what are you going through that long, prayer for? Who are you praying to? Everything we looking for is already in us. But again, we grew up as Catholics, and growing up a Catholic, it was crazy because I used to think that was crazy. Here's the blood of Jesus. I'm like, that sounds like cannibalism and eating. That's the type of stuff. We go into church and you do all this. I'm like, why are we doing that? But if you sit still and be quiet, the answers will come directly to you.
Sit still and know that I am God.
Yup. Look dead into yourself. But the problem is people fear, and they like, sometimes we hear voices. Sometimes, they think that's scary. But light, you never know when this stuff is going to come to you. But what happens, receive it. Don't run from it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I came in through it another way. I was a Catholic, and I came into the Nation of Islam at a young age. by listening to Malcolm at 15 years old. And I was like, something about this guy, like, I like what he's talking about. And that's led me on a path of this information. You know, it wasn't nothing else but that. It said, yo, see this. Okay, read this. And why is this person speaking this way? Remember when Muhammad Ali was going through his stages and he said he couldn't speak until he got into Islam? Islam will make you look at other religions. And that's how Islam is, period. Islam is not against anybody's religion, but Islam will say, look at this religion. Worship, honor and respect all the prophets. You know what I mean? And that's just opened up other doors for me. That's all it was. And again, I can't speak for everyone else. I can only speak for myself.
You focus. Last time we had a conversation, for those who don't know, we had a conversation. It looked like in the woods, but it was actually in my backyard. It was dope though. A lot of people loved that. There was some good feedback from that video. But you focus on the etymology of words, the meaning of words, the root words, the prefix of words. Why is this so important?
Number one, first and foremost, language. I mean, honestly, even in law school, you study language first, and it rules everything. And when I said there's two different, you have etymon, which is the science of law. You have etymology, which is study of words. One is the science, and one is the study of the words. So when you start studying the languages, you will understand where stuff come from. What is a prefix? What is a suffix? Like even when I said religions, I was talking to someone. I was in Texas, and I was saying religion only means to realign yourself back. But realign yourself back to what though? What? You said it earlier today, right? To your spiritual. It's within inside you. There's a book called The Alchemist, and I tell everybody to go get the book. Yes. You remember the book? And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, what is he saying inside this book? And Will Smith is the one that turned me on to that. And I'm like, The Alchemist, like, what is this? So what we are looking for is already really in us. So that's all we got to do. That's why I say earlier, be quiet. Understanding language, understanding the prefixes, suffixes, the denotations, the connotations, and once you get that, you would say, wait, man, I don't want to say the word God because I don't like that either. That's a German word. Mm-hmm. Yeah, God is a German word. They have a movie coming out called American Gothic.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but the word God is Gott, G-O-T-T, Gott. That's actually a German word. That's why I'm very careful about words that I say because we invoke spells. That's why they call stuff spellings, to tell you the truth. That's what's going on. So when I say religions and I'm talking about church and stuff like that, everything that you're looking for is already within you. They're just buildings. That's all they are buildings that we're walking into. But the greatest temple is you. And what we do, we don't take care of that temple. And we don't eat right, so we can't even think right. So now we don't even know, we knew nothing about a God until your mother told you that, right? Because the first God was who? Mom. When you got hurt, who do you call on? Mama. You didn't call on no mystery God. You called on your mom. That was the closest person to the creator. So again, we lost something somewhere along the way. And like I said, growing up as a Catholic, I didn't understand that. I was like, well, why is she taking me to the church? And why are we doing this? And why are we drinking the blood of Jesus? And why are we eating his? That sounded like, this was me. At 12, that sounded like cannibalism, But my mom used to say, what are you talking about, boy? You can't talk back at your parents at that age. Well, now you probably can, but at that time, it wasn't happening.
I grew up Catholic, too. They kicked me out the basement. They were like, Taylor, you asked too much questions. We got other children we in here trying to influence.
But don't the Bible say that? The Bible says ask questions and answer all things. So when you come to my house, you're going to see a Bible, a Tanakh, the Quran. You may see a bunch of things that's sitting in front of me. But I read all those books because all those books are inspirations, people say, well, what do you focus on, Sabir? Like somebody asked me the other day, are you Buddhist? Yeah, I'm Buddhist. I'm that too. And what do you mean you Buddhist? I'm the original Buddha. I'm Sambo. And they be like, oh, I don't get it. And then you have to go into a whole story behind what Sambo means. You think it's something negative here, but it's the God of Asia, So it really that's what Sambo is. But here they made it in a denotative way. I think it was, and you have a connotative way. You have two different ways: denotative and connotative. So they made Buddha out of something that's negative, called it a Sambo, but it's not. If you look it up, is going to tell you it's the God of Asia. And once you understand it's the God of Asia, they're talking about Asiatics or black people. That's what they're talking about.
So you said two different words: the connotative,
and denotative. One is dealing with the right way of saying it. One is actually adding things into it. Like I could say ghetto, or you know how they say, "Yo, that's a ghetto girl." You know, but really, you know what a ghetto is. That's what a ghetto is with the Jews. That's how that is. So you have something that's a denotative and connotative. You know, so it's the same way with for instance, I was talking to an Ethiopian. And, you know, they don't like that either. This is the funny thing. Some of them don't like that in Ethiopia. But if you say it to an Eritrean, they may understand what you're talking about. You follow me now? This is something I found when I was actually in Texas talking to a brother. The word was called Baria. I think it's pronounced Baria. It's Barya. Now, y'all may Google this. You ain't gonna find this. You know, you may find it meaning something different, right? But if you talk to somebody from Ethiopia, they'll tell you in Ethiopia it means slave, but in Eritrea it means black or brown. You follow me? So it means differently. So, and it's actually, I think the word is Amharic. You know, so it may mean something totally different. Just like here saying we're black, but it may mean something totally different somewhere else. And this is why people don't like that term, because it alludes to slavery. Are you with me? That's what's happening right now. So the one thing that people don't study is language.
You know, they don't teach you these denotative and connotative words in school. This isn't something that you learn. You don't really learn the suffix and the prefix other than like con and sub, and like other than outside of that, just remembering my children's homework. They really don't go into etymology like I believe we should.
Well, if you pick up a regular Webster's dictionary, you'll see it in there. If you pick up a regular Webster's, you will get it. You will see it right there. When you see OE, which stands for Old English, or GR, which is German, you will actually, it's in there. The book is that any dictionary, and this is what diction means, to speak. So any dictionary will actually break down etymology in there for you. You will go into prefixes, it will go into suffixes, it will go into denotation. It will, if you understand and know how to read the book.
Let's be honest. Let's just be real. When's the last time you had a teacher tell a student to pick up a dictionary versus, hey, go Google that word real quick?
You're right about that. They don't say that anymore. And you know, and that's why we're being dumbed down. Our children are being dumbed down. I didn't learn this in school, but when my son was 5, he's 18 now. When my son was 5.
Hold on, pause. You have an 18-year-old?
Yeah, I got one.
Severe?
I have one older than that too. I mean,
yo.
my son just turned 18.
Hold on, how long you been doing your radio show for?
For 14 years.
For 14 years. He looks 16, but has a son that's over the age of 18.
Listen, that's another thing that we get caught up in. I don't deal with age nor time. Time is an illusion. It doesn't exist in my life, and I don't know what that is. The highest number is number 9. I know that people may be confused about that, but you don't go no higher than number 9. You go from 0 to 9.
Break it down for them on Freaky Friday. Okay. So all the sexuality's gone. We just gonna freak you with some.
That is freaky right there. That's freaky right there, right? So the highest number is number 9. You don't go outside of that number 9. And actually, the number system that we use here is Arabic, and people don't even understand that. So anybody that don't like Islam, stop using the Arabic number system. I had a problem with that the other day when they said the Muslims are doing this, the Muslims are doing. Listen, the number system we use is Arabic. You know, I say people visit Florida. If you talk about Tallahassee, Allah's name is in Tallahassee. Let's break it apart, analyze it, and scrutinize. You'll see Allah's name right there. So I tell people, don't get spooked behind media telling people about Islam. I don't deal with time, distance, none of that. The only thing that operates, and this is reality, you may go find some of your scientists in your Ivy League school. They'll tell you there's only frequencies and vibration. What frequency we on right now? 101 point what?
Tree.
There you go. That's a frequency. There is no such thing as long distance. It's only frequencies and vibrations, and that's what our body operates off of.
You sound like the Duke on Tribe right now.
That's what we are. We don't see the things that we have to tap, and the Creator will open up when you release false religions or organized religions. Everything will open up to you. You just spoke about water earlier. I'm listening to you, and I'm sitting here like, That's frequencies that we're talking about. Currencies. We're talking about money. That's current. Everything operates in currencies. Everything is vibrations and frequencies. If I smack a pole, it's going to vibrate and keep vibrating.
Mm-hmm.
You can slow the vibration down. Also, it's like an atom or atom. We thinking of this is the story that you was taught in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve.
The first man and woman.
How? It was other people here. Didn't they go somewhere else? They said.
Yep.
And they found somebody else. So think about it. We got the internet now today, right? When they said a flood, if it flooded in Texas, is it flooding in Boston?
Hold on, pause. So I did some Googling, right? What was it? Hawaii had rain for 276 days straight.
Wow.
276 days straight. And they said, did you see in the Bible, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights? Well, it rained for 200 days and 200 nights, and they're still alive.
I live in California, and I didn't even know that. See what I'm saying? But it's the story. If I can tell a story, you're going to believe it. You got to remember, they didn't have the internet the way we have the internet now. So if you somewhere, you would think, they said in Texas, they said they thought it was the end of the world when it was going down out there. I was like, really? Yeah, I was in Texas, but this was in Houston, and I'm in San Antonio. Mind you, Houston was flooded, but San Antonio wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So when people tell these stories, they make them sound good in the Bible. Oh, yeah, it was flooding. It was doing this.
My fish was this
My fish was this big, but it had nothing to do with everywhere. It wasn't the world that was being flooded. How did the bird leave and find land? Like, think about the story.
I thought about that as a little kid.
But children know these things. But it's funny. I was listening to Janet Jackson, and I never listened to her songs before like that.
Mm-hmm.
I only liked it because she was a Jackson, but she was saying, living in a world where grown up breaks the rules, children born so pure and innocent until we teach them how to hate. And I'm sitting like, Janet was saying
something. What song is that?
Rhythm Nation. Go listen to the opening of Rhythm Nation, and she'll go into the whole spill. And I'm like,
you gonna make me go back and analyze the lyrics?
Yeah, Janet was saying. I said, whoever wrote that might have been Michael. I don't know, because Michael was that type of dude.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, children know. And I tell people, and I tell parents, and I'm telling y'all, don't talk at your children, talk with your children. They say 1, 2, you say 1. Think about it for a minute. They're not saying anything wrong. The problem is that we're not talking with them. My sons are like my brothers, and I say that's a curse.
You make me feel so much better because my children are my best friend.
Yeah, they're supposed to be your best friend. Look at Minister Farrakhan and his son. He would die for his father. You ever watch Mustafa, the big dude? He's standing right next to Farrakhan everywhere you go. Watch it. He's supposed to be. That's supposed to be your best friend right there. Your daughter and your son. And you're supposed to teach them. And they pass that on to the next. You follow me? That's how we're going to fix this problem. No religion is going to fix this problem. Look at it. Ain't no religion going to fix this problem because everybody have their own personal religion. You have your personal relationship with the Creator. Whatever you want to call him, let it be. Like I said, I say shalom, salam, whatever. It's all the same thing. What it is in the West, in here, to control the masses of the people, they have to divide people up. Yo, you don't want to talk to him. He's a Christian.
Divide and conquer.
There you go. That's why I ask a person, what are you before? What's your religion? So whatever religion you are, I'm rock with you. I'll be in a church and a mosque this Sunday 2 different times. she laughing. I'll be at the Ethiopian church, and then I'm going to see Minister Farrakhan later on that day.
On Sunday. I can't wait.
You follow me. So
yes.
And when you do that, they say, well, scratch the head like, what? I thought he was a. I mean, I'm trying. You can't figure me out. You can't figure me out because once you can figure me out, you can actually say, I can make this brother go against these people right here. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because, again, if all religions come from Africa, I'm whatever religion I am. We created all the religions. Africa did. Europeans just created whatever they have today. You people follow. They do more church in California. These Mexicans, I'll be like, they got them. I mean, they be jumping until 12 at night, man. I'm ready to get out the cars without they had the door open. I'm ready to get out and just go in there. Hallelujah. I know I'll be wrong, girl.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You speak your truth. Speak your truth. Big City 101.3 FM. Waking up with Tayla Andre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. Currently in the building with Sabir Bay, Freaky Friday, talking about anything and everything. If you have any questions, please give us a call. He knows almost everything. I'm really surprised that you still have a child over the age of 18.
What?
Sabir.
I got one over 20. Like, stop. Like,
he looks 20. I swear, sweet baby Jesus, this man look like a little kid.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, ZC Boston Half Price Sushi this weekend from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Free parking, free delivery, $1 oysters for the first dozen, 3-mile radius delivery for free from the Boston Medical Center all the way up Blue Hill Ave until we meet Columbia Road. And do not forget the $10 Ventu box and get you a lychee martini immediately, my favorite drink in the whole wide world. Face with an S, natural with an S, beautyproducts.com. Absolutely amazing. I'm in love with the summer line. We just posted a video yesterday of the summer products, and she has a new foot scrub, a new hand lotion, foot lotion, a new shampoo. Asaria and I use the shampoo, the leave-in conditioner, as well as the hair milk. And when I tell you, curls on fleek. I love it. Anari loves it. Asaria loves it. Get you some Face Naturals. I now officially no longer have to go to any store to get any of my beauty products. You have to be mindful that your skin is the largest organ. It absorbs everything. Whatever you put on your skin is going into your body. And Face with an S, natural with an S, beauty.com has nothing but, I was in here on video showing some of the products, eating it like, hold on, I don't know if this one's the sugar scrub or the salt scrub. That's the salt scrub. So you can eat all the products. It's 100% natural. There are no parabens, no artificial, no this, no that, all natural. Your body, your skin is your largest organ. Be mindful of the things you put in it.
Yes. You know what's funny that you say that? That is the biggest organ. Every Friday, what do we do? Our women do every Friday. What do they do? They
go get your nails done.
Hair done, right?
Uh-huh.
So the biggest, your pores, like you said, the biggest skin, the biggest organs is your skin. Like your forehead, your palms of your wrists, the bottom of your feet, and your underarms.
And we use all types of products that have aluminum in it.
Exactly. And they say if you can't eat it,
cancer-causing carcinogens.
They say if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. If you can't eat it.
Say it again.
They said if you cannot eat it, do not put it on your skin. I was watching somebody in LA and I wanted to get out the car so bad. You know, they had, I bet you if I stayed out here, Blue Hill, if I get a pink bucket right now and put a pink ribbon around my finger, what do you think people are going to do? If I'm sitting out there in that divider right there, and I got a pink ribbon on my finger and a pink bucket, and they ain't got to say a word, what do you think what I'm pushing?
Breast cancer awareness.
There you go. See how that is? So now why? And you know what I would do? I was like, I would pull stuff out the box, out of the bucket, and be like, excuse me, this is what you could use instead of aluminum deodorant. Aluminum deodorant causes breast cancer. That's part of it.
Say it again.
It's one of your biggest organs, like aluminum deodorant. When you're looking at the ingredients on deodorant, it says it right in there, aluminum. So now you're putting something underneath your arms closer to your breasts, right? Closer to your breasts. You want to know why you have breast cancer? Think about it. I told you we're going to party tonight. Everybody going to come to the show tonight, dressed up, go get their hair did, the perms,
your nails done,
the nail did, the hair, all this stuff, right? And this is even why they tell people when you pregnant, what do they tell you don't do when you pregnant? Don't have perms in your hairs. Why? Because it affects the baby. So why would you put it in every day of your hair, every Friday, and go to a club or a concert and sweat it out? Think about it. Your pores. Listen, again, if you know truly who you are, you don't get caught up in all of this. You know, I got backlash last week because I made a comment about the club in Orlando. I said, stop going to the clubs.
They killed you on Twitter.
Oh my God, they was going in. It was like, I had a lot of gay friends that I know. They calling me severe. Oh, you're insensitive. I said, no, just stop going to the clubs. Like, I don't have nothing against gay people. Do you, boo-boo? Hey, do you?
Why?
I just don't, I'm just not that way, but I'm just saying stop going to the club.
But you know what? And I know one of the rebuttals was Charleston got shut up and they were in church. So I need to stop going to church too?
Stop going to church, you know. But my thing is like, again, man, the stories again in the Bible. I'm not a religious person like that, but I know some of those stories, and I'm like, didn't they say the boat was, when the flood was coming, and y'all was partying and singing? Think about it. You in the club, partying. Maybe God sent them in to tell them that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people may get upset about
Oh Lord, the phone line's going crazy. They coming to get you, Sabir.
I don't run.
They coming to get
Nor do
you.
I walk back on anything I'm saying. I'm just being real with it. I mean, the truth hurts.
Let's be honest. We got a call on the line, 617-282-0062. You don't have to agree, but you can give us a call, 617-282-0062. Or you can also hit us up anonymously on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TaylaAndre. Good Rising Holly Alive.
Good morning, how you doing?
Super fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna say, I don't think it's the nightclubs. It's what nightclub you're going to. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what's better? You throwing a party at your house and have to clean up and provide beverages and food for people, or you going to a club and only paying $10 to get in, especially if you go to the West Indian club. I mean, to me, it's an economically sound way to meet people. You know, it's just that he went to a club that, you know, and it was a club that put the target on him. Like, I mean, it was what it was. But I think nightclubs are a great way to meet folks.
Okay. I'm Mr. Nubian. I am so surprised. That is all you have to say this rising.
No, I mean, I was going to say more about that club. Like, you know, I don't want you guys to lose your license, but I'll tell you one thing. I guarantee you this. Down the road or whatever, keep an eye on the owner, because none for none, something seems a little shady about that. Like, I mean, as way bouncers pat people down, especially at like certain clubs, you know, I find it hard to believe that he got in there with very little resistance. But I was there, and like I said, you know how I feel about that group, so I didn't lose too much sleep. But it is what it is.
He sound like me.
Be better.
He sound like me, bro. But you know, is he still on it?
No, Mr.
Okay.
Nubian, you still on the line? No.
Okay, but no. I feel what he's saying though, but. Again, I go to certain clubs too. I'm always on the road with KRS One. We go to clubs. It like you said, it depends on the club. You know, it really depends. But then again, I'm the type of person. I came out the nation. I'm always wary about. You know, I'm looking at exits. Like, okay, you know, you gonna find Sabir standing near the exit, or I may be in the back room with somebody else.
Did you hear one of the reports had a gentleman admit that he was outside holding the doors closed so nobody could get out? Yes.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's you can't blame Islam for that. I'm gonna sit there saying, dude, something else is going on. But I guarantee you, when they were killing our people, they said God told them to do it. Didn't they say that? They would say God told them to do it. So if I say God said to do it, what makes me not right if I say God said do it? Not saying, I mean, human life, you know what I mean, was taken, period. But if I said that I'm wrong, but yet you let these people sit here, it's like the scenario when Cat Williams said, y'all let them sell y'all clone meat. Y'all ain't even jumping going up wrong. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So that even they trying to make Cat sound crazy when Cat is trying to tell y'all, you're going to eat clone meat, dude. Salmon, and you ain't chicken. And I'm sitting like, did you hear they said they're gonna how docile are you? Think about it for a minute. You're very docile.
That pineal gland
calcified. Malcolm X said it's like Novocaine. You won't even know it hits you. He said, you know how you have Novocaine in your when they hit you with that dentist and you go peacefully. It's the same thing that's happening. If I said to you, maybe God sent that person in there, you know, to do what he did. To say, listen, man, the time is coming, dude. Why are we partying and jigging? Why are we over here? You know, like you said, it's cool to go meet somebody. You can go meet somebody at a church. You can go meet somebody anywhere. You can meet them in a coffee shop, you know. But why the clubs? Why on these days? The days that we go to the clubs, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, but Friday and Saturday. I'm not trying to meet nobody in the club. Why? I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you meet someone in the club, and I live in LA, and like I said, I don't go out to them. That's not the people I'm going to be around, because this person may talk to that person. Next week, you may be talking to the girl that you know, your homie. You know how they share girls in relationships in LA. Everybody share each other, so it's not a big place. I mean, dude, come on, man. I don't know. I'm not a club person like that. Like I said, I go to shows, and you may see me in the background, or you may see me in a room with somebody else, but I'm not going to a club to meet nobody. That's not what our conversation is going to be based on.
There ain't gonna be no conversation. Can you hear me?
Hit it and quit it. I know. That's really what I really want to say without saying it. I'm saying it too, but that's what you're going for. So, and this is why 9 times out of 10 we have unwanted children.
Hold on, what you mean 9 times out of 10? The highest number is 9.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's a figure of speech.
I got you.
But what are you going there for? What are we trying to do? Who are we trying to meet? Let's be realistic. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I said I feel sorry for the people that got killed, but I would not be in Florida in no nightclub unless I seen an exit door right standing there. I'm just being real. Or maybe they need the Nation of Islam to do security because they some hell of them brothers ain't no joke on security.
You can't get into the mosque without getting pat down.
What? Shoot, you ain't getting in no mosque.
The first time I visited the mosque, they were like, "Can you open your purse? Can I pat you down?" I was like,
I'm gonna show you one of the routines. This the nation. You got ink pen on you. This the Nation of Islam. This is how they do it. It's your pen. They don't turn it on themselves. This is what they do. They turn it on you.
Oh,
click,
Lord.
click, 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 click.
You know what? I never had a pen in my pocket though.
I'm just saying. I'm sharing with you next time you go.
You make me want to go on Sunday with a pen, but they might. The minister might be there. The minister will be there, so they're like, you can't be in here with that pen.
No, it's gonna be top notch. Sisters gonna get you. They gonna the MGT is gonna lock that down right there.
Oh, but we do got some callers on the line. 617-282-0062. We're in the building with Sabir Bay. We're live on Facebook, live on Google Plus, which then translates to YouTube. So however you wanna catch us. If you're just now tuning in, make sure you go back, listen to the replays on YouTube, on Facebook. Freaky Friday, we talked about everything outside the box, unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. Good rising, calling it live.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh, I like that bass, baby, on Freaky Friday.
Good morning, good morning.
You already know what it is. But anyway, there's a story in the Bible, right? When I was a kid. Remember this, a Sunday school teacher telling me and my little brother this, right?
I'm listening. Go ahead. Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
There's a story in here. Boys ain't supposed to hang with boys. Period. On that type of level. My little brother got to bed with me about 9 and 7 years old. Right? He got to try to get to bed with me. I said, whoa, what you doing, man? He said, I'm going to bed. I said, nah, dude. You didn't see the story we heard earlier? We ain't going to drown because God already drowned the earth. He said it in the Bible. I'm going to flood this and clean it. What's next? He said he's not going to flood it again. But what's next now?
Fire.
The fire.
The fires. He said, you can't get in the bed with me. I went to church today. They said we're going to burn up. Boy, get out my bed. Sleep on the floor.
And you my little brother? No. Get out my bed. He said, no. All right, keep the little butt off the bed. You're in your bed. Things up. You don't get that fire. I'm just saying.
You know, that's straight out of a West Indian talk show.
For real?
We are on West Indian airwaves. Yes, of course. Ain't no man lay with man. Ever.
Wow. You know what's funny? And the fire don't necessarily, and see, this is how they painted a picture of fire, right? They painted that it will be a fire. Why can't it be a fire from a gun or something like that? When I got shot, I tell people, they ask me.
Hold on, what?
I was shot 5 times.
Okay, 50, what happened to you?
I don't know. It's a long story. Maybe there was assassination hit. I don't know. I was shot 5 times. And actually I got shot before that also. Again.
Were you in that type of lifestyle?
Yes, very much. I'm from South Philly, born and raised in Philly. So yeah, I was there. But don't let the consciousness fool you. but people think fire, they say, well, Sabir, what do you feel like to be shot? I'll be like, okay, hit your elbow on the edge of this.
Like right a funny bone? Yeah,
and then put your hand over some fire and see. So it could be that kind of fire. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's the fire that they talking about. Like the brother said, you don't lay, and I know I'll probably get attacked again from gay people, because I had nothing against it. It's just that you can't procreate with that. That's the reality. Let's be real.
We have another caller on the line, 617-282-0062. Verizon caller, you live.
Verizon, Tayla, Reggie B, how are you?
Hey, Reggie B, how you?
I'm okay, yourself. And listen, I just want to ask Bear a question. I'm gonna tell a story, but I want to answer at the end of my question that I have for him. At 10 years, I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I went to a church with my grandma. And when I walked into the church at that tender age, Tayla and Sabir, I looked at it had to be. I didn't know what type of church it was, but it had the color stained glass, and it had Mary on it, whom I didn't know at the time who she was, and then I saw the big picture of the Jesus at the supper room and supper table, whatever, behind the pulpit. And when I saw that, and I looked around the church, and I saw everybody that looked like us, I tugged my grandma's coat, and I said, "Nana," and she looked down, and she said, "What you want, boy? You know we in church." And I was like, "Nana, there's something wrong here." At 9 or 10, and she said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Nana, look at the glass. There's a white woman in a blue and white robe, white sheet, colored glass." But I didn't articulate it how I'm articulating to you guys now. I just told her how I was able to tell at that age. And I said, "There's a picture of a white guy with white people at the table, and everybody else in here is black." And as soon as I said that, my grandma backhanded me in church in front of everybody. I said, "Don't you ever talk like that in the house of the Lord." At 9 or 10 years old, my question to Sabir is, how did I know that at 9 or 10 years old?
You remember what I said earlier, bruh? You were born pure innocent. It's already in you, but everything from I would say from the age of probably 7, 10, we are being indoctrinated constantly with this. It's not education. It's called indoctrination. But you already know what's right and what's wrong. You don't have to tell a child what's right and what's wrong. They know what's right and what's wrong, and it's already tapped into them young. So when we get older, again, we never knew nothing about a God. The only closest person to God was your mother. So when we start asking questions, what the Bible said we should start asking questions. I started asking questions at the age of 12. I'm like, why is this, this man on the cross in the Catholic, they had a big one in St. Charles. And I'm like, why is he up there? Like, oh, they said, well, it brings you closer to God or closer to Europeans or white people. Which one is it? I spoke with a sister from Ethiopia. Matter of fact, she's out here in Boston. She had a Jesus, right? And he was carried across on her page. And I'm like, I asked, I said, why you got that blonde-haired, blue-eyed man on it? And she said, well, that's what Jesus looked like in Israel. That's what the people look like in Israel. I said, wait a minute. How? No, not back then. They didn't look like that. I said, they were darker back then. But again, they had to create their image and their likeness for our people. That's what happened. But at a young age, that's not naturally right. It's not. So it was to make you inferior and them superior. That's all it was. That's all this is about. Because everything, if you look at a child, watch a child when they're young. Just look at them. They know what's right and what's wrong. It's you that indoctrinating them. Just like the school system. You go through 12 years of brainwashing camp, and then you go to 6 more years in a college of brainwashing camp. So what are you going to do? They're going to produce you. They're going to produce that person that's now is going to argue with the people that's trying to wake you up. That's all this is. It's in us. It's in every last one of us.
Were your sons, do you only have 2 children, 2 sons?
Just 2. I'm not.
The 20-year-old and the 18-year-old?
I ain't having no more here, man. I'm trying to get somebody that's culturally grounded. Maybe they'd be outside this country.
So with that being said, did your sons attend indoctrination or were they homeschooled?
No, let me tell you, this is funny with my sons. Both of my sons both of them left school basically. It's like they have me in them. I left at 11th grade. I never finished their school. I went to 11th grade and said, man, something wrong with this. But my son, my youngest one, I used to have him read the dictionary at the age of 3. My son I had 2 parts. It was unabridged dictionaries, and my son used to mark, and I'm gonna show him them again when I see him. I'm saying, remember you did this when you were like 3 or 4 years old? He marked the books up. He used to always say, my books. My son was homeschooled until he was probably 5. He was getting ready to go to, the preschool, whatever they were going to do. But his mother and I didn't see eye to eye, and they would come to the house and say, well, your son is not in school. I said, who are you again? This is the stuff that I was dealing with when they would come to my house and say, excuse me, who are you again? Oh, you don't have jurisdiction on my son. Like, this is what I would do, and my son would see that. Like, he's 18 now, but he may not remember, but if I bring it up to him, he'll say, yeah, I remember those things went down, Dad. And that's what you instill in your children. No matter what you bring to him, like today, if I go back, because it's like he remembers, he'll say, oh, nah, Dad, I used to wear fez. He said, Dad, I remember you used to wear that fez. He was talking one day. He said, I remember you used to wear that on your head. That's all we got to do is bring it back, because they know at a young age. They know these things. And what we got to do is talk to our children again, not at them, talk with them, and let them understand their true history, man. Because honestly, man, if we don't do that, it's like I was telling you earlier, the way I got beat, shoot, my father used to beat us with 2x4 extension cords, you name it. My mom used to wait for you to get out the tub and say, I dare you to call the police. That's how I grew up. You know what I mean? But my sons didn't grow up that way. But I'm just saying to you that children know it's the adults that's doing wrong.
And what was that Janet Jackson quote?
It's called living in a world where grown-ups make the rules. Children born so pure and innocent until we teach them how to hate. It's in it's a Rhythm Nation song. She talks about these things.
We have another call on the line, 617-282-00. Damn, Sabay. We don't have Sabay. Sabay, we have no more time.
Yeah, no. Enough time.
But you know what? We got Monday, though.
Time never was when man was not.
Time never was.
When man was not. Time is an illusion. It doesn't exist. The only thing that exists in here is time. Time is like, time in is emotion. Time and time in is two different things. Time in is always in motion. Time doesn't exist.
So timing.
Exactly. It's a movement. Everything moves. Remember I told you, everything moves constantly. Nothing stays still. We're not staying still right now. Everything constantly moves. I know people are confused with this, but it's not. And don't get scared. Don't get scared of this information, man. Do some research. Even when you deal with a clock on the wall, when you're dealing with clocks on the wall, you're dealing with astrology. I know some of my Christian people may get upset and scared. You got 12, 3, 6, and 9. Each one is a deacon in a church or a decade. Understanding the science. This is why the Pope gives you the cardinal points. The fire, the earth, the air, the water, the wind, the summer, spring, and fall, the north, the south, the east, the west. He does this, doesn't he? When he come out. Okay, understand the science. It's called the cardinal points. So again, time does not exist. Timing does, because it's always in motion, constantly. People got to understand that. And when you get that, you would say, I hear people say, well, I'm God. Are you really God?
I'm God with a little G.
It doesn't matter. You the supreme. You everything, again, everything is in you. Everything you're looking for is in you. You just got to sit back and meditate. Just sit back. People say, well, meditate, that's that voodoo stuff. It's called voodoo, but I don't, but we get scared of that type of stuff, and we have to really embrace it, man. Honestly, I used to have voices when I was 10. People thought I was crazy. I was like, I don't know what that was, but it's in every last one of us. We sit still, we would actually hear the voice in our head.
Or if you listen to yesterday's show, you will know that there is an MIT-educated U.S. Marine that created a voice-to-brain science that make you hear voices in your head.
Wow, see what I'm saying? And even that, man, it's like all the stuff they got it from us. They got it from the Moors. Even the term Marine come from the Moors. Hannibal was a Carthaginian Moor. Go ask anybody in the military about the tank called Hannibal. Find out history. Why are they talking about Montezuma? So again, understanding who you are. When you hear them talk about from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Montezuma was a Moor. He was an African. Where's Tripoli at? It's in Africa. It's over there. They call it the middle. I don't know what the Middle East is, the middle or what. But anyway, that's Africa.
Northern Africa.
You know what I mean? That's Africa. But when you start studying this, you say, damn, they got the taxes from our forefathers. That's why I said all the religions are mine. It doesn't matter what I believe in. It's mine. Number one, we shouldn't believe anything. We should know. Don't the Bible say that? I'm just saying.
He said, be still and know that I am God. Not be still and believe that
Believe me that you don't know. If you look up the word and analyze the word belief. Belief means to be lied to. It's right. Lie is in there. So that means that you're dependent on somebody to tell you. The truth is that you know it. There's difference. And how do you know something? Is that you research it. When you go to court, you say you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They didn't say go tell a believer. It says know the truth. Whole truth, nothing but the truth. That's what that's based on. Come on.
I really want to get to these calls. We got callers on the line, but we have reached the top of the hour. You guys, if you enjoyed any of today's conversation, good, because he will be back. Do we have you back on Monday?
Yeah, I might be calling in, though. I'm trying to say I'll be calling in probably because I have to be on the road to see my son. He just got to Philadelphia. So we might do it. I don't know. We might come in.
We shall see. We're hopeful.
Yeah,
we're hopeful.
Call in.
He said, listen, he ain't had no coffee for me. I might have to call it.
Yeah. No. Boy, she didn't get on the stage, man. Is he funny?
Not at all. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, ZC Boston Half Price Sushi on the weekends from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Free parking, free delivery, a 3-mile radius from Boston Medical Center, all the way up Blue Hill Ave to Unique Columbia Road. They deliver in Roxbury, probably the only people to deliver in Roxbury. $1 oysters for the first dozen, $10 bed 2 box, and make sure you get your lychee martini. Face with an S, natural with an S, beautyproducts.com. Head over to Face Naturals. She has everything and anything you can imagine, from the shampoo to the conditioner to the activated charcoal teeth whitener to the charcoal face wash, and she has a new tea foot scrub. So I'm really loving her summer line. I believe you will too. Sabir Bey said it himself. If you cannot eat it, do not put it on your skin. And everything Faith makes is edible, not because it's good, but actually because it's natural. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Sabir, how can we get in contact with you? How can we try and go get some tickets from you? How can we reach you though?
I'm not the promoter. No, but info at thesabirbashow.com. That's the email, info@thesabirbashow.com, or thesabirbashow.com. The Twitter, everything is my name, SABIRBEY. The Twitter, the Instagram, everything is the same.
The same. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. That's the type of stuff I'm into. Big City. Mwah! I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you. Sabir, take your glasses off so we can see your eyeballs.
Oh my goodness, man. She take my glasses off, see my eyeball. I'm sleepy.
Okay.
That sun is like, and that sun is like rise beaming. What's up? Rise beaming up on me, man. Good gosh.
So we have one here. Say hi to Facebook.
Peace, Facebook. What's
and
up?
This one's YouTube.
What's up, Tayla? This is YouTube?
Yes.
What's up, YouTube? What's up?
So it's Facebook. It's
Oh my gosh.
It's Google Plus that automatically uploads to YouTube.
Oh, that's Google Plus?
Yes.
Wow.
I love it.
I'm not a techie dude. I can't, one day I'll get this. She got Beats by Dre. You got it going on, boy. She got the Beats by Dre. Can I see this?
Yeah, absolutely. While you have them, shut off the side. Faith, online.
Beats by Dre, y'all.
Her Faith with an S, natural with an S, beauty.com.
They would do a commercial for me.
Yeah, and she does free samples. Did you guys enjoy the show?
Yeah, I love it.
I always enjoy Sabir.
I love it. I see. I'm sitting here saying, well, I need to start co-hosting whatever. But I see this is fun. I like somebody that has some energy.
Well, I'm always open.
Have some fun with this, man. It is so funny. Like I said, I got beat up, man, so bad. About my gay homies called me. They was like, so I'm like, dude, no, I'm this, because they don't hear me talk about, gay stuff. I don't get into it, but it's just you were trying.
He said I don't talk about gay stuff.
Yeah, I don't. But hey, man, because one of them called me, said, I'm gonna check you, Sabir. You gonna check me? I said, how you gonna check me, dude? Like, cause I said they shut up a bunch of gay people. He said, oh, everybody that wasn't gay. I All right, well, I mean, that's what the club was known for. That's all I know. You know, but to each his own, man. You know, it's that's a touchy thing in California, man. That's why you don't hear a lot of like comedians talk about gay stuff no more. You don't even get Kevin Hart talking about it. You notice that, right?
Well, Kevin Hart doesn't talk about a lot of things Kevin Hart used to talk about. He's trying to keep his fan base.
You know that if you watch it, I'm like, he ain't saying nothing.
So let me ask you a quick question, because you know David Banner's coming. And he recently was quote unquote arrested.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you feel, I personally feel, I want to know how you feel. Do you feel like he is being Cat Williams?
He's not. He's, you know, not yet. I don't think not yet. Because he's, to me, this is just me personally, I don't think he's saying stuff like Cat Williams. He's not. Cat Williams, and it's so funny, Cat knows a lot of shit that's going on right now, man. Cat knows what's happening right now. And, you know, they're going to target us anyway. That's what they're going to do. They're going to target us. Anybody, I mean, even with me, but I can handle that. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for handouts from them. Yeah, I don't know if that's what David Banner wants from them, but they're going to target anybody who's telling the truth, man. They're going to target anyone who's talking the truth. You know, and I would rock with David Banner, you know, on that just because of them coming at him. You know what I mean? I saw it. I said, I need to reach out to David, man. You know, I said, is he trying to get my brother? I said, no, you know, but we have to be there for these brothers, man. Like those who really know what time it is. And just like Cat Williams, I was trying to reach out to Cat, but they might be. I don't know. You know.
Well, where can we find you this weekend?
This weekend?
Where are you gonna be this weekend? Where can we find you?
Hey, Blaine, we doing something at our house on Saturday, tomorrow. We doing a round table at our house tomorrow, and then we speaking with the Ethiopian community on Sunday. And I'm trying to get with Minister Farrakhan. I'm supposed to be in Chi-Town next weekend. If I don't see him this weekend, which I am going down there, I'm going to link up with him in Chi-Town.
I'm trying everything to see him this
Sunday. Oh, yeah, man, you got to
go do it. You got to.
I know Brother Ishmael, and I know his grandson. Elijah and I, we're like brothers. His grandson, Elijah Farrakhan. And if you didn't see what he did with Muhammad Ali? You didn't see that, not last Sunday, Sunday before last? Him speaking on Muhammad Ali? Oh, my God. Them brothers went so hard on Muhammad Ali and Farrakhan. He said if it wasn't for Elijah, Muhammad Ali would not have had that name that he had. And it wasn't Malcolm that brought Muhammad Ali in. It was another brother that was there named Rahman, older brother, who brought Muhammad Ali in. And I didn't know Muhammad Ali's name was taken from Elijah Muhammad in 1969. I didn't know that. How do you take a name from a person to give it back? And I'm looking at all this, and Farrakhan dropping it on Sunday. I'm sitting like, oh, he opened it up.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
You gotta watch. He opened it up. He said, you can't talk about Muhammad Ali or Malcolm without speaking about Elijah Muhammad. And I said, he's right. Now you got a third grader, Elijah, taught an eighth grader, which is Malcolm. Look what they built. And I'm sitting here watching this, and I said, damn, I didn't know this when I was in the Nation of Islam when I was young. I didn't know how that was back then. But when you look at the nation now, I'm like, you can't top that, dude. Nobody. They said even when Muhammad Ali was fighting, they said the Nation of Islam went to the mob. And now I remember an elder telling me in Philly, they went up against Rizzo and them in the 70s. And they said, Elijah said, bring your army, we bring our army. And the nation went out. And the police department came on. They said the nation was bigger than the police department. Now, when Farrakhan said this, I'm sitting there saying, hey, listening to him say, they went to the mob and told the mob, if anything would happen to him, your head is coming off. They told the mob that. Who does that? I'm sitting here like the nation was gangster, dude. Like when you really get it, you know, and when I sit around the nation now as I'm older and more conscious of certain things, I was with one in Texas. This brother said, brother, if you need us, we got you. Just let us know. I'm sitting, okay. I didn't want to say that on the air though, but when I was no, I'm talking about the other part. When I was in the mosque, you know, I was there about a month ago, and didn't search me. You know, they were like, "No, brother, come on, man." My brother Elijah Farrakhan. They said, "No, come on, Sabir." You know, and so I'm like, "Okay, that's what's up."
Oh, they broke protocol for you.
It wasn't. It's like I'm not a threat like that. You know, because again, I tell people, if you can look me up and find out what I'm doing. I'm there, but people really don't know me. They don't know how I am because I said things on radio that they be like, "This nigga crazy." But all of them watch the show. They watch my radio show, and I don't hold anything back, nor do I moonwalk. You know what I mean? And if I do get searched, I will go in line and get searched. I mean, I want that comfort. You know what I mean? Even though I don't have to do certain things, but I want that comfort to make sure, you know, and then what happens with me, it made me say, damn, security is no joke. I like this. And don't let the minister come. No matter who you are, you getting searched, Jack. That's just how it is. You get searched. But when you watch Minister Farrakhan, man, like on there, I'm sitting here like, we got a living legend right now. These niggas don't even get it, dude. Like, they don't even, you worrying about a dead person. All due respect to these brothers, but you got a living brother right here, that's telling.
And he just resurfaced. As far as media is concerned,
yes,
he just resurfaced.
But they blocked him.
I know.
They blocked him for years, and this is why we have to take control of media. We have to have our own media realm.
Hi, can you open the door, please?
Yep.
You know, we have to have our own media realm, man. You know, so brothers like him can come on. You know.
You know, it's been probably a good year and a half that I've been trying to get him.
I just said Farrakhan. Ishmael just hit me, said, "Peace, Sabir. I'm sorry I missed you responding to your previous text. I'll be in Boston over the weekend." Yes. Oh my God. I'm sitting here talking about the nation right now. Ishmael just hit me talking about we're gonna be here now. He's Elijah's son that actually stand next to Farrakhan. He just texted me just now, said, "Sorry I missed your call. Responding to your previous text. I'll be in Boston over the weekend. Perhaps we can look up there." That's crazy.
That's dope.
He just texted me, man. That is crazy.
That's dope.
This is crazy. I'm texting him now, telling him I'm talking about the nation right now.
So I've been in contact with Brother Randy, which is probably the highest thing that we have here in Boston. And Brother Randy said he's working on it. So we'll see what happens as far as me being able to reach out on Sunday. Because I've been trying to get him on air forever, prior to the Breakfast Club, prior to any other media outlets even thinking about him. For the past year and a half, we've been reaching out. And
he's Ishmael. I would say Ishmael, he's very busy though, man. He's like the national spokesperson, Brother Minister Ishmael Muhammad. You know, he's the closest person you're gonna get besides Mustafa now, you know what I mean, to the minister. So I just texted him.
Taquan, make that happen, Taquan.
He's texting me back. I'm going to tell you what he's saying now. What's this 101.3? He's texting me again right now. 101.3 FM. Yes, sir, man. Lord bless you. You too, family. See you Sunday. That's funny. That's crazy. That is so funny, man. Like, you know, them brothers be like, "Yo, man, if you need to just let us know, man. We got you. We got your back." And I'll be like, people don't even realize half the stuff I go through. People don't know who I know. They think I'm in a nation of Islam. I'm in a nation of peace.
People don't understand. I really want, my objective was to speak to the minister because we have this preconceived notion when it comes to the nation of Islam and Islam. There is
Sunni Islam.
Yeah,
nation,
like we don't understand that they're two different.
I can tell you this rolling right now. I can tell you what's going on.
Go ahead. We are.
Listen, Elijah Muhammad told us that we weren't Arabs at one time. He was talking about the Islam they practice over there. That's more so like Arabs. We weren't them. We was over here. We was going through something totally different. I remember at a time that we stood up and prayed. We didn't never make salat. Salat didn't happen until like the late 80s. We never bowed down like Sunni Muslims. And this is what happened. I was in Sunni Islam and I was in a nation. And when I used to go to the mosque.
Was this your parents trying to find what worked for them, or was this you personally?
My family, my mom and pop was Catholics till they died. Both of them. I'm the only one that went off it straight. 9 of us. I'm the only one that went off that day.
You have 8 brothers and sisters?
Yeah, 9 of us. It was 9 of us. It's actually 8 now. My brother died. One of our oldest brothers. But they were all Catholic, right? I'm the only person at 16, 17 years old went on that journey. You know, because I used to listen to Malcolm when I was 15 years old. You know, I was a Malcolm fan. I said, this dude is bad. Like, he going up against the white man. Like, this time, I'm like, he's going up against the white man? Shoot, man, I like him, you know. So that's what drew me into the nation and to take me out the streets. You know, I went in there to get out the street, but then I went back into the street. That's when I got shot the first time. But the teachings in the nation, man, it was totally different. And then when I went to Sunni Islam, I'm like, dude, that's not my Islam. You know, the Arabs didn't like us. We used to go to the masjid. They would move their feet away from us. They wouldn't really get close to us. A lot of that stuff was going on still to this day. Still to this day, it happens like that in certain mosques. Not all of them, but certain mosques, that still happens. And the problem is, we running around here trying to be like them. Dude, I don't wear beards like that. The people, that's the Sunnah. Well, that's their business. You know, I'm over here on the East Coast. I'm over here, over this side. We don't, you know, okay. You ain't gonna ride a camel. I used to tell Muslims that you gonna jump in an air conditioning car. That was just me, you know, and that's why I said I had a white robe on yesterday, and I was like, I don't want nobody mistaking me for a Muslim. You know what I mean? But you know, I had it on, and you know, but it wasn't fitting for me. And when I got older and really started understanding the Nation of Islam and how they was really security for our people. And I respect the minister for what he did, because what he did, everybody didn't want him to start the Nation of Islam back up. They didn't want him to start it back up. He went through hell trying to build the nation back up. Nobody wanted that. But it's really, a lot of this stuff started from Noble Drew Ali too. Noble Drew Ali, Nation of Islam. Noble Drew Ali left in 1929. The Nation of Islam didn't merge until 1932, 33. After Noble Drew Ali. There's a whole history that they don't even talk about, but it's not documented. Noble Drew Ali was talking about how we were Negro, black, and colored people. You know, stop using names that allude to slavery. He brought us Islam too. But then he left, then you have the emergence of Elijah Muhammad. People say Farrar Muhammad. Yes, I don't, you know, it's still up in the air with that one, but some people say, oh, it was Noble Drew Ali, it was this person. You know, I don't know. I wasn't around. But I'm just telling you the stages of how things happen, you know. And the one thing I can say, and I tell people this all the time about the nation, you're not going to get no better security than the Nation of Islam. It's not going to happen, you know. And the discipline is no joke. I used to talk to all kinds of Sunni Muslim women. I was scared to talk to the sisters of the nation. They scared me, Jack. Shoot, when you were playing with them, if you going to marry them, or you gonna leave them alone? The Sunni Muslims, oh man, they flip it up all day long, whatever, you know. And that's just how it was. And when I was in Sunni Islam, I'm like, I had to catch myself, and I was like, dude, I'm only, you know, that's not cool. Like messing with the women that was in Sunni. You know, anybody knows that a lot of them is not real in their deen that they claim. Even the dudes are not really on their deen like they supposed to. If you're on your deen, you're on your deen. And for deen mean you're Islam, and a lot of them are not. I'm from Philly. You know, that whole freeway beard wearing. I don't do none of that, dude. Like, it's not. They got to discipline themselves.
So is Saturday open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to the public. Blaine. No, she was asking was Saturday open to the public. Yeah.
I mean, they're both open to the public.
Oh, they're both. Yeah, Sunday is just Ethiopians. You know, I mean, but it's open to the public though, because even that needs to be cleared up. All this stuff need to be cleared up. Like I was telling you about the barrier. Am I saying it right? The barrier? Barrier. Say it different. Barrier. But the whole barrier. I was speaking to a girl yesterday from Cape Verde, and she was dumbfounded at first when I was talking. I said, "Oh, you from Cape Verde?" She said, "Where you from?" I'm like, "Well, Africa." It was this pause. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, don't call me African. It was that type of like, don't call me that. Cause I said that to one in New York one time, and I said she was black. Dude, she went off. Straight up, she went
There's
off.
a small percentage of us.
Huh?
There's a small percentage of us.
They
I'm
do
not
it.
one of them, but I do have cousins that don't acknowledge at all. Married a white man, won't acknowledge at all
Yeah,
that
man.
she's African. Like, how are both your parents straight from the island, but you won't even admit? I'm sorry. What country are you? From what continent? Oh, okay.
Wow, it's
Just checking.
it's crazy that you go through.
Hold on one moment. V from Tennessee.
What's going on, Taylor? How you doing, sweet?
I'm well. We got Sabir Bay listening as well.
Yeah, I had a question for him, man. I'm glad you answered it. And I wanted to know, so does the nation, do they have like secret meetings? I'm pretty sure, and not secret in order to be like conniving or anything like that, but you know, a lot of what happens when there's a movement, and Nation of Islam, of course, is not a movement, it's been long going, but I think a lot of stuff gets put into the public a little too much and a little too soon about, because I remember Mr. Farrakhan talking about protecting Beyonce even. And a lot of the information, like what he was talking about, that wasn't actually documented. I think when it's kept with the elders and it's passed down, and that's why they always have, you know, mentors, people who mentor or teach the next person, and that person teaches the next person. I just want to know from him how often, if they really have secret meetings like that. I think it's necessary, but I would like myself to be able to go to some open, you know, like some public meetings, just so I can, you know, get more information about the Nation of Islam. Because I know what you said earlier, Taylor, is that there's a lot of misinformation. People are intimidated. They get things twisted. And, you know, knowing the truth is really what I'm always asking. So I just wanted to ask them that part about the meetings and how they kind of handle their business.
Well, the Nation of Islam have meetings every Sunday, and I don't know out here, because this is the first time I heard of this boss out here, but I know in Chi-Town they have those meetings. They're open to the public. Everybody be there, but everybody has their own secret meetings. You know, everything is not to the public. I remember the minister saying one time that you would never know who's coming up behind me, so you can work on him. This is what Farrakhan said. You would never know who's coming up. Now I'm still dumbfounded. I'm like, okay, well, who is it? Is it Mustafa? Is it, you know? I'm thinking of different names. You know, who's coming behind him? But if someone knows who's coming, they can work on that person. You see what I'm saying? But you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined enough. Like even when I went to California, I've been out there for 5 years, bro, and I was taught in the Nation of Islam before I did radio. Brother said to me, I remember this probably 14 years ago. He said, brother, what they would do to somebody like you is give you their woman, give you their money, try to discredit you. Or the fourth one is to kill you. This is what he said. So, yeah, and honestly, to tell you the truth, all three of them, probably four of them happened. Straight up. But if I wasn't mentally prepared for it, I would have fell victim to it. You see what I'm saying? Like me being in California, all kinds of Europeans in California. I'd be like, whatever, dude. I don't want her. You know, down to the money thing. It happened at radio stations. Down to, you know, trying to discredit me. You know, it wasn't European. It was a brother who was trying it. But when you stand on your square, you know what I mean, and you're very disciplined, and you're not moved by things. You know what I mean? And this is what the nation's teaching. And I'm a Moor though. We all Moors, but the nation's teachings are top notch, dude. Seriously, and it teaches you discipline. The discipline. So again,
I had asked Taylor too about the word Moor and how they switched the spelling from MOOR
wanted to ask you that too, because she bought a book. It was like $100-something or something. It was a really expensive book, and we talk about it every now and then. But how do you think that Hebrew, original Hebrew, ties into like Israel and the original people being of African descent and not what we see?
Well, but one thing you got to study Hebrew. Number one means Hebrew. It's the Hebrew. It means one who's crossed over. That's what Hebrew means. It's the Hebrew, ones who crossed over. But if you study Ethiopian languages like Ge'ez, go online, look up the word Ge'ez. It's Geez. They pronounce it good. They pronounce it Ge'ez. And that's what the priests speak in Ethiopian churches. Not here, but you have to be Ethiopian. But that's what the Bible, that was the Bible was written in Ge'ez. That's what that was written in. So if you don't study, I have an etymology DVD I brought out here to Boston too. It's a brother named Abdullah Bey. He teaches etymology. And when one is called etymology in the Bible, and also other one is called etymology and semantics. And when you study it, bro, it will open you up so much. You will start saying, okay, I got it. I see what's going on. Even down to the word more. When you said more, you can spell more M-U-R-R-Y. Murray. That's another term. Remember, they used to have a place called Murray Steaks. That's another term of saying, that's another place of saying, way of saying more. Or you have M-A-U-R-E. Or you have M-A, which is like Maureen. When you start studying that, it all goes back to us, which is the Moors. There's a book called Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers. It was written in 1950. Nature Knows No Color Line. That book is, yes, Nature Knows No Color. I don't have it with me, but we're doing something tomorrow at Sister Blaine's house, and I'm going to have all that stuff with me.
He's in Tennessee.
Oh, he's in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm a good ways away, but
actually, my man owns a store there, man.
A whole lot of me.
Wow. My man owns a store there called a Kibalon bookstore out there. It's near the college.
Near college?
It's near a college out there. It's called Kibalon. It's a bookstore.
Okay, spell that for me because I can look them up.
Kibalon is A-L-B. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on 1 second. I don't have the internet. But if you spell it spell like Kibalon, it's supposed to be like Africa. That's a Kibalon. That's the name of the bookstore. But I'm pretty sure he's on Facebook. He's on Facebook. His name is Yusef.
Yusef, okay.
You can ask somebody out there. It's in Nashville. I'm supposed to be coming out there soon.
Okay, all right. That's what's, I'm gonna find you on Facebook. I'm gonna be material box, so you'll see it on there.
Yeah, man. And, if you study this information, brother, trust me, man. If you study it, it will open you up, bro. Trust me. You be like, especially when you study the language, etymology.
Right.
Trust me. Can't tell you nothing.
Well, that's the origin of everything. You know, just like before things were put into words, they were symbols. But we have to go back to the original meaning of words in order to understand how everything got so twisted.
Exactly. And that's what I said today. But you have to study, like I said, the connotations, denotations, like what something meant, the original to what it is now. You know,
right.
That's really what it is. And then people are like, oh man, you confusing people. No, dude, you just got to play catch up. Do you understand? You know, I went to Father Flager's school in Chi-Town, and I'm sitting in a little grade school desk, and I'm seeing a book come across. Somebody slid the book to me. Matter of fact, it was an Africa Bambaataa. He slid the book to me, and I'm sitting there looking at this book. He said, "Look at it, see what it says." And then inside the book, it said critical thinking. Now, mind you, I'm in a grade school, Holmes. Grade school. The book talked about what a republic was, and what a democracy was. No lie. I'm sitting there like, they teach this to the youth. Like, now, why don't we know the difference? You follow me? So when you hear people on TV talk about this is a democracy without understanding democracy means demos and krasit. It's a Latin and Greek word, which means that the demon rules. demos, krasik. So they don't understand that. But when you
It's just like the word politic. You know, if you break down politics, it really means, many blood-sucking creatures. Right? If you don't think about it, you say politic or politician and not know what you're saying every single time. It means many blood-sucking creatures. And I don't know why people don't think about that and then they'll understand why they act the way they do. And why would you elect them to represent us? And that's not even what's necessary. We can all represent ourselves. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't represent yourself if you don't know yourself. That's the thing. You can't.
Right.
It's like you're trying
to peeling back the layers to an onion.
Yeah.
But people gotta peel it back far enough to get to the core. But if the onion is so big, then you just get tired. You're like, well, it's just too much. Well, no, you have to do it. You have to do it.
But you
no matter how long it takes.
You do, man. And I hear people, honestly, I was on the phone with a brother the other day. He said, well, brother, that's too much for people. How is it too much for people? Like, how? Like, this is what, no lie, Elder told me this the other day. He said, because it was something about white supremacy. And I was like, I don't rock with it, And he said, well, we got to kill off all the crackers. I'm just waiting for y'all to do it. You know what I mean? My thing is, white supremacy, it means supreme. This is what I'm basically like saying, and I've been saying it to people. If you understand what that means, white status is supreme. Nobody is supreme over me. Nobody. And I'm not going to give you that. And this is why I remember Minister Farrakhan saying, what light that cannot penetrate darkness? So why do we sit here and use him as a crutch and say that he's stopping? He's not really stopping you. It's you who's stopping you.
Stopping yourself, yeah.
So
because when you say white supremacy, people they say it with the intent of it being demeaning, but really what you're saying is a huge compliment. You know what I mean? And it's like, why would you keep doing that? It's only because you don't know, you don't understand. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But we got, honestly, man, this is why we have to really empower each other. You know what I mean? If you go to any Ivy League school, and I remember Farrakhan said this too on Sunday, not this Sunday, last Sunday. He said when Malcolm went to Harvard, they got the best Negro to debate with Malcolm. They said when he was finished, that Negro wished that he was never born. That's what he said. When Malcolm chopped him up, he said he wished he was never born. This is an 8th grader up against a Harvard, professor, whatever he was. But that was the teachings in the nation. And I think it's in the Quran, it's a chapter called Iqra, I believe. And it means read. We don't read. You know what I mean? And if we're reading, do we really understand what we're reading?
I mean, that's the power of the truth. And when you come from a place of wanting to be honest and true, then you always have a solid ground to stand on,
Oh, most definitely.
Right? You can't be wavered, because a lie is going to always be a lie. And you have to recognize it for what it is. You know what I mean?
That's true. And this is why everything, and we're in the information age, bro. And the thing is that everything is coming out. People don't even understand. They say, oh, don't deal with astrology. We are in an information age. Everything is coming out. This is why all this stuff is happening right now. And when you
know what? And I think that's also the reason why those on the other side are being so bold and so blatant about their stance, because they feel like, well, hey, we've been doing it for years. Why should we try to be secret about it now? Because people know what the devil is. They know what the evil is. They know what's out there. You know what I'm saying? So they get more bold in their approach.
Yeah.
And it's I can't really say it's disgusting because I want to know. I want them to keep talking. I don't really care. They can take down the flag all they want to. If you're not changing nobody's hearts, the flag is still flying anyway. Just because you don't see it don't mean it's not out there. So that's why I'm like, they make a big deal over certain things, but if you don't get to the root of what's really going on out here, it really don't matter if you change and take away the symbols.
Exactly.
We know the meaning of them.
So is it you talking about the Confederate flag?
Yeah, a lot of people saying, I'm not saying that they should, I don't care if they fly to me, because at least I know who to spy. I know where you are. You can't hide behind some meaning. You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't really matter that much to me, because you're not changing the heart
need to take down the red, white, and blue and stop flying that one too. Then
Exactly. But that's not going to change America.
exactly. All right, brothers. She said we got to get out of here. We got to get out this room. So
How can he find you?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Taylor, for answering, and thank you, Sabah, for talking. I'm gonna look you up, man, and I'm gonna try to stay in touch and follow you. If you're here, I definitely want to know, man. If you come to Memphis, so I can come find you, man. Even if you're in Nashville, I'm gonna look you up. Okay?
yes, sir. It's under my name, SABIRBEY, Sabir Bey.
Yeah, I got it. Well, thank you all. Y'all have a great day, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, D from Tennessee. Love and appreciate
Peace.
you, baby.
Thanks, Taylor. Take care, y'all.
All right, bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun. How excited are you? Super excited. Love you. Appreciate you. Hope you guys have an amazing day.